YouTube, welcome back to my channel. On this channel, I'm going to talk about parenting my adult children and also grandparenting. I'm a Mima. This vlog is going to be the second installation of my parenting class that I am taking through the University of Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh Public Schools. The second class focused on two things. It focused on persistent coaching and also child directive play. So persistive coaching, first you want to make sure that you give them the skills in order to push through things when times are hard. Cognitive skills in order to push through things when times are hard. You also want to think about removing punitive damages when things don't add up to what an adult's perceived load is. And also you want to add small little rewards. You want the children to think of not natural consequences. You don't want the child to have that in the back of their mind. You want them to be as fruitful as they can be while you're trying to help them get through tough decisions. Here's an example of persistent coaching. My granddaughter, she had an event that was down at Hines Hall, and it went off great. It was really late. We did not leave out at Hines Hall until 9:30. And she has homework that she has to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And that's every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then Thursday, she's not even at that school. She goes to her gifted school. So she has to make sure that all her work is completed on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So we had to hurry home, and she has this packet, and sometimes it's not a packet. It's usually a page a day, front and back. And it is in her gift, which is reading and spelling, language. So with that, we had to hurry home, and we had to stay up. She goes to bed at 10 o'clock. We got out of there at 9:30. She still needed to shower, and we just said, we're going to slow down. Yes, you're going to be a mess when I have to get you up 2 hours before school, but you still need to have this done, mainly because the requirements that you need to stay in that gifted program, and secondly, her school itself gives incentives for the students who complete their work. The students who don't get points taken away from them, and it would reflect on her grades, which are awesome, high honor roll all the time. So we came on home, and we just had to get through it, and it was hard and all that stuff, but I know for sure that when she turned in her homework the next day, she felt relieved that she had got it done. Nobody was going to call her out for not having her business done, and she was able to go on with her day, her regular day. So with that, I know that I have to start giving my grandchildren more choices at home. So when they are faced with making those hard choices when they're away from me, they are away from home or away from parents and adults that they know, they will have those skills already made at home. So when it's time for them at school, they'll know what to do. They'll have situations similar, and it'll be less on the child, less on the social aspect of what's going on when they're away from home. Okay, the next part of it was child directive play, which was great. It made me think of some things. The first thing is that you want to have fun. You want to have fun with your children, with your young children, and a way for them to open up with creative exploration is that you have to let them choose what they want to play with you. You want to play with them. You want to get this child directive play in at least an hour. Try to set yourself up for an hour, but 2 hours a day is really good for forward moving for younger children. And you want them to choose what they play, help or not even help choose the rules, and you follow the rules and help them make good choices, and help them make good choices as far as the community and people participating in the good things that they were doing. it sets them up for all sorts of things that you just wouldn't believe. It's really great. It helps a person be creative and spontaneous, and that with them helping them to be creative and spontaneous, you will notice that as your children are younger and they get older, as they are choosing the games that they want to play, maybe they're keeping that same game and they're just letting that game evolve, or they're just choosing more games that are geared towards their age brackets that they're at right now. It's kind of like Monopoly. Monopoly encourages you to make your own rules, and it's really fun. New Uno encourages you to make your own rules, and that helps with the younger children. My granddaughters love Uno. All my grandkids love Uno. Sean is a cheater, but yeah. My mom told me that she can't help but to cheat either. I said, oh my gosh, are you like the Rockefeller dad? He was a swindler, and he said he cheated his boys every chance he got, and those boys grew up to be really good with handling their money, and they knew what was out there and what was going to eat them up because their dad was doing it at home. Again, giving them options to make better choices at home will help them when they have to make these choices outside of the home. Even though the Rockefeller dad was harsh on it, it was a good idea. It was just harsh. So that's what had went on in the second course of the parenting, interactive parenting. And I enjoyed it. There was a lot of participation. I'm a grandparent, so I mainly sat and listened to the new parents and how they were plugging us all in with what was going on with their children. Again, I go to this class to brush up on skills and to find out if there's anything new out there in the world as far as parenting and child rearing and the early education setting, so I can apply that to my grandchildren, because I do stress this all the time that I am very much open for growth, positive forward growth. So yes, thank you, and please come back to my channel very soon. Please subscribe, like, comment, share. If you have any comments or suggestions about child directive play, please let me know. It also stressed that when you play with your children, you should sit in front of them. So that's one thing that I wanted to let you know. It's really good in connecting with the children if you sit in front of them. And persistent coaching. Persistent coaching helps them be able to make better choices. If you give them that experience, they're not so froze up, or they're not making wrong choices. Help them make better choices in situations socially, when they can choose to have a conversation instead of fighting, when they choose to get off the school bus when they know it's not their school stop, or they're going to have that thought process come back in and say, hey, don't keep walking and keep getting more and more lost. These people know where I'm at. Like, we want to make sure that these children have the ability to make good choices young, so then as they progress and grow, they have better skills and make better choices. Okay, so thank you for coming to Meemaw's World, and love to see you here again. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and share. Bye.